In 3, 2, 1, welcome back to the Pon Pod. It's dark, it's cold, it's raining, it's almost Christmas, hence the tree. All for you, our lovely audience. Please make sure you subscribe. How you been?
Good, thank you. Very good.
Okay, at least you're upbeat.
Yes, I am very upbeat.
Fine.
I'm very upbeat.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, and
Yes.
I like this glasses.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Christmas red.
Yeah, it's an homage to the film scene we're going to talk about, in fact.
Is it a food scene?
No, it's not a food scene.
Oh, great. So we've moved on from that.
We've moved on from food.
Okay, so what's the scene?
I believe we're going to deep dive into what we both consider one of the most brilliantly crafted and executed scenes in film history that combines, dare I say, great tension, comedy, pop music, drugs, violence, and just overall gripping anxiety all around,
And discomfort.
and
firecrackers.
And firecrackers.
Right
Yes,
on.
exactly.
Okay.
Right.
What scene is this?
And that scene is from Paul Thomas Anderson's
Cheers to
second
him.
film,
Yep.
one of the great films of the 90s. I think we both agree on this point, right? 1997's Boogie Nights.
Yes.
Right?
An amazing film.
Okay,
But like, what scene are you talking about specifically?
I am talking about what essentially is the penultimate scene, all right? When they reach rock bottom.
They being...
The trio of Dirk Diggler,
Yes.
main protagonist played by Mark Wahlberg, in what is, by the way, his greatest ever performance. Vastly
Right.
overlooked, not even an Oscar nomination.
Right.
I actually think, to be honest with you, in a career that's been, for me, up and down as far as acting performances go,
Right.
this is one of the great acting performances.
I would argue Ted may be better, but anyway. I'm serious.
Or The Departed, your favorite
Don't
film
even
of
get me
all.
started.
All right, okay.
Don't even get me started.
Anyways, so him, the protagonist, Reed Rothschild,
Right.
his sort of like his best friend and
Yes.
his porno partner in crime, played by John C. Reilly.
By the way, a very underrated
Oh,
actor,
my
but we'll
God,
get into
my
that
God.
on another episode. Go on.
And the sinister Todd, whose I think last name is unknown,
Yeah.
who's this kind of seedy, malignant
Yes.
element
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of joins the film in this sort of towards the latter stages of
Yeah.
it, and I think is a kind of like a synonym for the film's kind of what's it called?
Downward
Yeah, exactly, spiral. That all
spiral.
these characters
Exactly.
kind
Who's
of.
he played by?
Tom Jane, star
Okay.
of The Punisher.
Right.
Right,
That's
and
true.
DBC. He
That's
had great
true.
performance. In
Actually,
The Punisher.
very good.
A great
Yes.
film, The Punisher.
And good at killing sharks.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Anyway, smart sharks, by the way, intellectual
Exactly.
ones.
Yeah. I know, I
Okay.
remember.
Okay. So let's go on to the. So this is the scene where they go try to kind of hustle $5,000 by selling Alfred Molina
Baking soda.
instead of
That's
disco
masquerading.
dust.
Yes, exactly. Or
Instead of-
the booger sugar.
or the devil's dandruff.
Devil's dandruff.
Yes, very good.
Or the Bolivian marching powder.
Very good. All right. Okay. So set the scene. So they walk in. You know what I love about this scene?
Go
so
on.
they walk in to this guy's house. He's a big shot, rich guy, right?
Played by
Alfred Molina. I
Yes,
think you mentioned
yeah.
that, right? Or you
who
didn't?
is I don't know if you mentioned it.
Okay.
Who's got one of my favorite names of all time.
Go on.
Rayhad Jackson.
Right.
I've tried to kind of discover the etymology of the name Rayhad.
Yes, yeah.
And I can find no proper evidence as to where he's from.
Yes.
Well, great
Very
name.
good. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. For
Ray
sure.
has.
So we like pans in with zoom symmetrical in the pillars.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I love that like little like kind of like we're entering the house along with the gang. And actually the whole scene, something that I'm big on is the symmetry of it.
Okay.
Like the three are sat on the couch talking to Molina. Molina's in front of them. It's all very tight together with the like once they enter the pillars in the house, then you have the cheminée, the fireplace,
Yeah.
like framing it
Yeah.
all, and in the background you have this crazy character called Cosmo. What do you
So
explain
like
that as?
like his Rayhad Jackson's manservant slash I don't know sex slave probably.
Yes.
Right.
Almost we all have.
Who he
Yes,
whose behavior and firecracking tendencies he excuses as he's Chinese.
okay,
that's
they
it.
didn't see that. You're telling me.
He's Chinese.
There you go, that's better.
Sorry. Okay. So he's they're popping firecrackers, which is just such an amazing detail in this
We get
crazy,
that pop,
crazy,
like
chaotic
gunshots.
scene.
Tack, tack, tack,
Yes,
tack, tack,
exactly.
going off all the time.
And I think because these three guys are obviously trying to swindle a very rich, wealthier, still kind of out of his head, probably quasi-gangster, right? The tension is heightened so dramatically, and there's this crazy uneasiness as the firecrackers go off, and the exchange of baking soda disguised as Bolivian marching powder for the 5,000 pounds is kind of being extracted, and his massive bodyguard, this massive heavy-set black guy with incredible shades, like in the middle of the night, and who's armed, by the way. I love that scene, how like as he's kind of like taking the baking soda away, they glean the fact that he's like armed up the wazoo, right? Further heightening the tension. And then of course in the background is this like
great soundtrack.
Yeah, exactly. This catchy pop music,
and it's like
right.
It's such a juxtaposition.
It's exactly right. Yeah, exactly
this
right.
This catchy poppy up tempo, nice song playing. What is the song?
Sister Christian, and then obviously Jesse's Girl.
Right. And like, so you have all of this chaos happening. You don't know if it's a good scene, if it's a bad scene, if somebody's about to get killed, if they're about to like all get high, whatever it may be. It's just so unpredictable.
It's so unpredictable, and also like I think also the contrast in the music. You got this the Sister Christian song, which is like this ballad, right? This almost like operatic ballad, right? It lulls you in, and then the Rick Springfield Jesse's Girl is like up tempo, and as the stakes kind of get like heightened, I think the mixtape switches. Also the mixtape kind of like the referencing of the mixtape, so like synonymous with the 80s, right? And I like the way that Paul Thomas Anderson kind of at one point focuses in on the tape kind of switching sides, right? Which is like a throwback to our childhood as well,
and
right?
also symbolic of the switch that's about to happen.
That's very well. I like your metaphor there. Very good. Very good. Okay, so I think that we love that. So what then transpires?
Then it's like all hell breaks loose.
So, no, but okay. So we've got like Alfred Molina himself, the Ray Jackson character. So talk about like a scene-stealing performance in like 7-8 minutes, right? In this like masterpiece.
Yes.
He's just so amazing, right? I mean, like it's so many, and you love to know what his backstory is, like who this guy is, right?
Yeah.
So besides the fact we know that he's rich,
yeah,
okay, and he's obviously like, what is he, freebasing?
Yeah, I think it's crack.
It's crack, right? But he's also very affable and funny and nice.
Yes.
And like playing Russian roulette.
And then and then at one point, I mean, you know people like that, right? Those kind of people where you don't know, like, are they about to like kill someone? Are they chill?
Yes.
Are they're like so unhinged?
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Like he's like bipolar.
Yeah,
basically,
completely.
Right?
You don't know what he's gonna do
Amazing.
next. I mean, he's funny and charming at one point. The next second, he's like gone out and like played the revolver with the Russian roulette.
Also even that kind of like the detail of Cosmo.
Yes.
That you have this kind of like Chinese manservant.
And you have
right?
the constant popping
and
of the snapping of the fire.
It's just so good. It's just so good.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those scenes. It's very Scorsese-ish, by the way. Don't you feel it's like Paul Thomas Anderson must have like
there is a bit of that.
been inspired from Goodfellas' final third,
for sure.
right?
I mean, a lot of Scorsese.
A lot of Scorsese, but I feel it's very inspired from that, right? And then then you have Todd.
Yes.
Essentially, which is an amazing thing. You see Todd kind of like talking to himself as the Jesse's Girl montage starts building up, and you don't know what Todd is saying, but essentially he's kind of like talking himself into robbing Ray Jackson beyond the $5,000. And then he kind of like, and before that you have that kind of like what's it called, that like 1 minute shot of Mark Wahlberg's face, which you were like so fascinated with.
Well,
the desperation.
I mean, what can we read into that is what I'm saying. But it's I mean, he's like at his lowest point, and he knows they're about to get busted.
Yes.
So I think he finally snaps. He's like, we got to get out of here.
He gets out. You got to get out of here.
Yeah.
But it's such a great scene.
But it's too little, too late.
Yeah, and I think then Todd essentially like
realizes
announces. Look, we want you to go into the safe. In your bedroom, underneath the mattress, etc., right? Ray Jackson is like, I think a part of him, which is why Molina's acting is so good. A part of him thinks he's being facetious, right? And then and then Ray Jackson takes out his gun, and then the bodyguard takes out his gun, and there's like a semi-Mexican standoff that takes place, right? Three guys pointing guns, right? It's that like handheld camera as well, the handheld camera work that creates this like amazing chaos. Ray pulls the trigger. Todd is like wounded in the shoulder. Todd shoots the bodyguard. Yeah, right?
Wahlberg and Riley are freaked out.
They're freaked out, right? Yeah. These like two like
kind how of the hell did we get into this
like
situation?
drug-addled ex-porn stars, right? Who are like selling themselves, you know, for like, I think now like Dirk Diggler's been reduced to kind of like, you know, masturbating for money at this point. It's like he's so low, right? And then Todd's maniacal streak reaches fever pitch as he's ranting and raving and so on and so forth. He bursts into the bedroom. What happens?
Gets shot.
Ray
shotgun.
With a pump action shotgun, right?
Yeah.
Ray Had's up the stakes. No longer a pistol, no longer the 6-shooter. He's pump action shotgunning it, right? And it's funny because I always think to myself, first of all, what happens to Cosmo? Interesting detail, right?
I mean, that is the mystery.
That is the mystery.
I think that's why we need Boogie Nights too.
Yes, I think to find out what happened to Cosmo. But also, what I think is like Ray Had obviously didn't. He should have recognized, but he's so out of his mind that actually Dirk and Reed were not aligned with Todd.
Yeah.
As far as like, you know, the burglary is concerned, because they were trying to talk him out of it. But by that point, I think Ray Had is so cracked out, and I think his adrenaline is like, you know, has just, you know, come to the fore, and he's enjoying it, and he starts like unloading the shotgun on them. They manage to escape, and they manage to sort of get into like Dirk's, like, I can't remember what his car is, that amazing like red sort of Trans Am.
Yeah.
Okay. And eventually escape, right? And Ray Had's basically, as after he's finished like unloading the shotgun, he's in his like open bathrobe. He kind of just he just
great look.
Yeah,
it's a great look.
It's a great look.
Yeah.
And he's great, and good mustache as well.
Yeah,
very good. And by the way, Todd, a great handlebar mustache as well, right?
I think I might bring my tash back because of this scene.
Because of Todd, yeah. I think you could put it off.
Yeah.
But it's essentially also where it takes place in the context of the film. It's essentially the lowest point, and PTA has done just an amazing job of taking you to the pit of hell with this scene before, and then I think that's a little bit maybe the difference with Scorsese. They give them a happy ending.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Whereas like in Goodfellas or Casino, you know, everyone is down for the count pretty much, right?
Yes.
But I think we both agree it's one of the most incredible like scenes of like tension and comedy and music and violence and drugs and all those.
I mean,
kind of
you know
components.
what? Exceptional analysis by you.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you must have spent a little time thinking about that.
Absolutely.
Great. Have you been reading The Heat? Heat 2, the novel, because we've got a book cut.
I have.
Okay,
I have been
how
reading it. I am into about 30 pages in.
How are you?
Yes, I am. How about yourself?
I mean, I have two. I think I'm at about like 60 pages in. We're very slow readers, as you can tell. I mean, I think it's quite good. Or no?
I think it is good. Yeah, it is good. You know what it is, though?
It's a
rehash. I haven't read a book in like 15 years.
Fine.
So I'm actually learning to read again.
Oh yes!
I swear to you! I swear to you! I'm like learning to read.
That old chestnut.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how it's like. I mean, in a way, it's like I don't know if you've got to the Vincent Hanna parts.
Yes,
when he's like they're scoping out this new crew.
Yes,
that's hitting the houses.
Yes.
And like the way he speaks.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. They're mimicking that. You know what? I was surprised though.
Why?
It wasn't Frankie Yonder from Chicago.
No.
As Nate.
But hey,
references.
Who knows?
Maybe he's coming up.
Exactly.
Right?
There was something else I wanted to say. I forgot.
Yeah, go on. The Miami Vice, the reboot has been commissioned with Michael B. Jordan and Austin Butler.
Shut up,
I promise you.
Are you kidding?
Yes, no.
Bloody hell.
And by the way, since we've talked about Miami Vice quite extensively on our channel, twice, we've done 2 episodes, kind of. Okay, I'm actually, you know, we've
done the movie and the TV show.
It's unusual that there's like a reboot of a reboot, right? But I'm actually quite buoyed by the fact that it's going to be set in the 80s. So whereas the 2006 film was a modern day kind of IP exhausting. This one is going to be set in the 80s, which actually I think is the right way to go.
Right. Are they consulting you on this one?
No, they're not. They really should be, actually.
Absolutely.
They really should be.
And on that note,
My word is stronger than oak.
Sure. Like, follow,
Follow,
subscribe.
subscribe.
There you go.